Good morning, America. How are ya? Monday Morning Rail. Hi, I'm Denny Jelsma, and I'm at the world-famous Jacksonville Terminal Railroad Museum. And today is Monday, and we all know what Monday is. We do show and tell, and show and tell starts right now. Show and tell today, we have an exciting show. We're going to talk about shadow band passenger cars. And you'll say, what is shadow band passenger cars? Well, in the late 1948, the United States government decided to break up the George Pullman Company. They said they had a monopoly. And so what they ended up doing, they made Pullman sell all of their heavyweight and all of their Pullman sleeping cars to the various railroads throughout the United States. Well, in 1948-49, the war was over. The ban on making passenger cars was over, and so the railroads started introducing sleek stainless steel and lightweight passenger cars. But then the railroads had this abundance of extra Pullman cars, and they didn't know what to do with them. And a Pullman heavyweight car was very, very heavy. It weighed up probably twice as much as the lightweight sleeping car. And literally the floor had cement about 6 inches thick, 3 sections, and they rode very well. But the railroads had all of these extra cars, and then the different car manufacturers couldn't keep up demand for the railroads. So in the meantime, when they had their orders placed, when they placed an order, it was typically 2 to 3 years before they actually had the car online. They took the old cars and tried to make them look like streamlined cars. When the first stainless steel trains started coming out, the Budd company out of Philadelphia had the stainless steel corrugated signs, and they look flashy, and the Burlington really captured this, and it was the sleek, fast. And so what the railroads would do is they would take their Pullmans that they got at a bargain from the Pullman company, and they would either paint them silver to make them match all the other cars, or they would take and put lines on the side of them to make it look like it had fluting. And you could see this heavyweight Pullman right here, and you could see how they have the bands, and that is actually just painted on. And here is another, basically the same car, but without the fluting. And this heavyweight didn't have fluting, it was just without the paint. And so the railroads took their extra heavyweight cars when they were waiting for all of the streamlined cars to come online. They would take and they would paint lines about 2 inches to 3 inches, and it looked like fluting, but it was just actually paint. It was called shadow band. And so this was very popular, so you could have a brand new looking train with really old equipment. But most all of the railroads used it. Santa Fe used it heavily. The Burlington used it, the Rock Island, the Seaboard. All the major railroads in the United States had shadow band cars. And today, modelers, these are really sought out cars. And what we have over here is a model of the L&N's Hummingbird. And if you see, the second car is a Pullman Standard, and they had fluting on it. And they eventually ended up painting the fluting blue because they L&N wanted that. But you can see that is true fluting versus the heavyweight. And this train actually, when it first came out, was strictly a coach train, and when they changed some schedules around, they ended up making it a sleeping car train, and they added heavyweights, and they added the fake fluting on it. And so many times you'll see pictures of trains, and all of a sudden you'll see a heavyweight car, and you say, hey, it has fluting. It actually doesn't have fluting. It is a shadow band car. And so it's one more thing to learn about the passenger cars of America. Shadow band was very popular with all the railroads, and if you get a chance to see some of these cars, it's really amazing, and they did a wonderful job of disguising it, making it look like a streamlined passenger car. And that's what we have today at Show and Tell at the beautiful Jacksonville Terminal Railroad Museum in beautiful Jacksonville, Florida.